fellow members of the Manufacturing and Workforce Development Committee. Thank you for the opportunity this afternoon to provide sponsor testimony on House Bill 151. I welcome engaging this committee in a civil discourse on this very important and historically provocative topic of workplace freedom, commonly referred to as right to work. Through the course of my testimony today, we hope to answer 4 basic questions.
Representative Broder, if you don't mind, can we keep the back door closed, please? It's disrupting the ability for people in the room to hear and for our representative to get the response to testimony. So I would ask Sergeant Barr to keep the back door shut. And I'll remind everybody, we do have an overflow room on the 3rd floor, room number 311, which is the House Finance. I'm sorry, Representative Broder, please proceed.
Thank you, Chairman. So the 4 questions again I'd like to answer today is number 1, what does House Bill 151 do? Why should Ohio do it? Who else is doing it? And how do Ohioans feel about it? So it's the what, why, who, and how. First to the what. What does House Bill 151 do? House Bill 151 is a very simple and straightforward 5.5-page bill. As the term workplace freedom implies, it provides workers in the private sector the freedom to decide if they want to join and pay dues to a union. Specifically, it prohibits any requirement that employees of private employers join or pay dues to any employee organization. On line 55 of the bill is really the heart of the legislation. It states that the policy of this state is that each employee must be fully free to decide whether to associate, organize, designate a representative, or join or assist an employee organization. Freedom resonates at the heart of this bill. Freedom to decide for yourself if you want to be part of a labor union or not. House Bill 151 does provide recourse for the employee if an employer violates this policy with a penalty of a misdemeanor, imprisonment up to 90 days, and a fine of $1,000 or both. So that's the what. Now, why should Ohio do this? First, let me say that Ohio has made tremendous strides in improving our economy over the past 2.5 years. Facing an $8 billion budget deficit in 2011 and employment over 9%, Ohio balanced our state budget without raising taxes. We instituted a common sense regulatory reform, and we even eliminated Ohio's estate tax. And the results are nothing short of staggering. Unemployment is down to around 7%, and companies across the nation are taking notice. But there is more that we can and should do. I'd like to refer members of the committee first to Exhibit A, which is his chief executive. It's from his chief executive magazine. It's in the current edition, the May, June edition. It should be in your packages. So if you would take a look on the first page, there's a chart. This chief executive magazine is called the Best and Worst States for Business Rankings. Ohio, I'd like to point out first, Ohio has improved more than any other state. We jumped 13 places, from 35th in the nation in 2012 to 22nd in 2013. And while that directionally positive move deserves accolades, Ohio's current ranking at 22 is still really middle of the pack and is mediocre at best. And this begs the question, what do the top 10 states have in common that Ohio is not already addressing? So interestingly enough, if you look at your list, look at the top 10 states, you'll see there's Texas, Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Indiana, Arizona, Virginia, South Carolina, Nevada, and Georgia. Well, interestingly, they are all right-to-work states, and Ohio is not. Now, just for fun, look at the bottom 10 states. Do you see anything in common there? All of those states are not right-to-work states, with the exception of Michigan. Michigan just recently passed and became recently